Did you know that last season, if you ask any Giants fan about how it's like to watch their team, they would sum it all up in just one word: torture. And in a way, or actually many ways to be honest, that's how it's been like watching the 2011 St. Louis Cardinals thus far. The torturing continued over the weekend, and I'll be pointing fingers and calling out names next on the Hot Corner. Cards dropped 2 out of 3 to the defending world champion San Francisco Giants in a series they should have swept. If only a certain relief pitcher could throw just one more strike in the first 2 games to end it. To which I'm not going to point any fingers or call out any names. Ryan Franklin. Friday afternoon, they lose 5-4 in 12 innings. This was the Giants' home opener, and they raised their world champions flag. Game was pretty much uneventful till the 8th inning. Jake Westbrook held his own. He allowed only 3 runs on 8 hits through 5 2/3 innings. And while he didn't let this one get away from him, he didn't get much in run support either. Tyler Green singled in David Freese, who doubled to lead off the 2nd inning. Down 3-1 in the 8th, Ryan Theriot singles. Then, in a rarity, he steals a base. Albert Pujols singles him in and brings the Birds to within 1, which brings up their closer, Brian Wilson, in the 9th. At first, you look at it, there's absolutely no way that beard is real, so you think. But once you take a closer look, it actually turns out, before his career with Major League Baseball, Wilson was actually former WWE superstar The Missing Link. He gets to within 1 strike of striking out Yadier Molina to win it. Instead, he walks Yadi. Then Daniel Descalzo comes in to get a hit. From there, he hits pinch hitter John Jay to load the bases. Do you get the idea why Giants fans call it torture? Finally, Theriot comes in, gets the hit, drives in 2, Cardinals are up 4-3. And it's the first time all year the Cardinals have had a rally and scored more than 4 runs in a game. Enter Ryan Franklin. He gets the first 2 out. Then he allows a hit to Aaron Rowand, walks Buster Posey, and after that misses a pickoff call at first by Albert Pujols. It puts Albert out of position. Pablo Sandoval singles to right field. It scores Rowand, and we're tied. And as for the Cards, you know that by this time they're in full panic mode, even if they're not admitting it. First, you had Tony La Russa flipping out and storming out of a news conference after Wednesday's game. Then in the 11th inning of this game, he goes to a 5-man infield trying to avoid yet another embarrassing loss. And believe it or not, the play actually worked. Brian Augustine, meanwhile, pitches brilliantly to get out of a jam, only to see a full collapse in the 12th inning. And guess who commits the error on this one? Yep, Albert Pujols. He bobbles a routine grounder with a runner on and 1 out. 2 batters later, the winning run scores on a hit by Aaron Rowand. They lose again Saturday night, 3-2, on what was actually ring night. And also the night the Giants pimped out their unis by using gold lettering and numbers. Personally, they looked like they pulled the numbers off the big wheel on The Price is Right, but that's just me. What shouldn't be forgotten from this game is the tremendous pitching effort by starter Jaime Garcia. Through 6 innings, he allows 1 run, 4 hits, and a walk. Plus, he gets 9 strikeouts. That's right, 9 of them. It's also the first time that a Cardinal pitcher strikes out 9 or more in his first 2 outings of the year since Bob Gibson did it. Colby Rasmus homered in the 7th to give them the lead. Then Franklin comes in the bottom of the 9th, and here we go again. Aubrey Huff grounds out. Then Posey singles and Pat Burrell walks. He does get Rowan to fly out and gets Miguel Tejada to within 1 strike for the win. Instead, Tejada hits a nice little fly ball deep into the left center field area, in which Colby Rasmus bobbles, and the Giants win this one again. Now, I'm not going to blame Colby on this one. After all, I found out Rafael Palmeiro couldn't make it in time to give Tejada his daily pregame shot of vitamin B12. Otherwise, that would have been a home run. Not sure whether it was La Russa's insistence on Franklin staying on as a closer, or if it was the return of Matt Holliday to the everyday lineup. But whatever it was, the bats finally wake up and the Cardinals win on Sunday 6-1. The big hitter, David Freese. He goes 3 for 4, drives in the tying run in the second, the go-ahead run in the sixth, and homers in the eighth for good measure. Skip Schumacher drives in a couple in the sixth for some insurance, and Matt Holliday goes 1 for 3, walks twice, gets an RBI, scores a run, and makes a magnificent play in the field. Meanwhile, Kyle Loesch also comes up huge. He goes 8 innings, strikes out 5, gives up a run on 5 hits, and looks like he did through spring training for the win. And the best part? No Ryan Franklin to screw it up. The scary thing, if Franklin was an effective closer, our record would actually be 6-3 right now, and the entire outlook would be totally different. Not to mention, we'd be tied for first place with Cincinnati right now. Instead, we're 3-6 going into tonight, where it's off to Phoenix to open a 3-game set with the Arizona Diamondbacks. And as for my question of the day, it's pretty simple. Who would you make the Cardinals closer? Let me know what you guys think by submitting your answers, comments, questions, responses, or anything else in the comment box below. Subscribe on YouTube and follow me on Twitter. Now, it was brought to my attention that someone out there thought this glass I've used at the close of each show is just a tad bit small. Hey, I thought they looked cool when I bought them. And besides, they actually do hold 12 ounces for the record. But with the Cardinals' play as of late, and if they continue like this, I'm probably going to need a lot more alcoholic refreshment to get through the season. So here, satisfied? Till next time, have a great week, and go Cards!